to Elisabeth Hogarth Designs. It's been an exciting week for me. I feel very humbled and proud to say that the team at Graphic 45 have invited me to be a brand ambassador, which is a real accolade for me, and I'm very, very grateful. So please continue to follow me on my crafting journey, because there's going to be lots more to see and lots more crafting ideas to share. So today I'm going to be looking at a catch of the day, which is a really beautiful collection. I'm going to be making male orientated cards. This is a selection of some of the papers. This is a particular favourite of mine because my father was an architect, and he also grew up in Great Yarmouth, which is on the east coast in England. So this one here appeals to the draftsman side of the family. I'm going to be making some cards that hopefully will appeal to all age groups. I like the theme of this. I like that we've got compasses and graphs, and we've got piers. This is a great page as well because you've got all these different lighthouses, and I remember a childhood visit to Portland Bill, and once you've climbed to the top of the lighthouse and you've seen out to sea, you never quite forget it. So lots of navy blues and touches of red and this brighter blue and cream. And when you turn over to the other side, obviously you'll have a complete set. You've got boardwalks, you've got fishes, you've got stripes, you've got some plaid coming up. You've also got the elements within the pad itself that you can use. So another classic collection from the team at Graphic 45, which I bought maybe 6 weeks ago or so, and I have really enjoyed using it. And I've also got the ephemera, which again I've used a lot in the cards that I'm going to show you. So the first card that I'm going to show you is a stepper card. If you find these types of cards tricky to make, then keep an eye on my channel later on in the week, because I've got some of these in a set from the team at KANBAN crafts, and so I've used a particular one that's been already made, but you can of course make your own. But I enjoyed putting these papers together. I've used some of the smaller strips within the designs, and then I've layered up so that you've got a scene at the back that mirrors the main image on the catch of the day, and then I've added a couple of the tickets that come with the ephemera. Okay, so this is a TP card, which was one of the first designs that I made on this channel, so it's a couple of years old now. If you need a slower, more up-to-date version, then let me know and I'll do my best to accommodate you. But here I've used the ephemera on the side here, and then I've used the birds and the sentiments that come in the pack too. The papers are glorious, as you can see, and if you want to know how this attaches, I've got a tiny little magnet, and then there's another one underneath the papers here, and then it clips together. But if you want to send it as a card, you can fold it over like so, or even in an A4 envelope like so, but you probably will need to add a photograph so the recipient knows how to put it together. I enjoyed making this box as well. I adapted it to turn it into a bit of a shaker card, so you could see the little fishes swim behind, and then I've added some sequins and some small glass beads. But the papers on here remind me of the colouring of the seaside fudge boxes that we buy as a little treat. So it's all been layered up, and then when you open it up inside, I've made a set of cards with the scraps from the papers used in the previous projects. So nothing goes to waste with these Graphic 45 papers. I've made some envelopes that have been stamped up. If you need to know the details of the stamps, I believe they're from Crafter's Companion, but I'll try and find you a link below. So this is from the ephemera, and this die here is a SIZZIX die, I believe, but you really can't beat classic navy blue, red and white. This is another small tag and just a strip of the paper that's been left over. Here is the tartan paper and the stripes that I showed you earlier on. And then I have a set here with the Graphic 45 Flourish and this very sweet bird. As usual, I've added sets of sequins, but I've mixed up the colours so that you've got red, white and blue rather than just your standard one colour. And then also included in the box, we've got a small set of tags so nothing goes to waste, and then it all ties in beautifully together. And then when you pop them back in the box, you've got yourself a personalised gift set, and it's a lot less fattening than fudge. And then that pops back on there, and then you can give it another shake before you send it on its way. Another card that I learnt to make probably 3 years ago now is this one here, where it's like a corner easel card, but believe it or not, it will fold flat for posting. So I've used the toppers and I've used one of the Crafter's Companion dies to coordinate it all together. When you lift this side up here, you'll see that it's a piece of 12 by 12 card. I will admit that I made this topper a little bit too big, but ordinarily you can fold it over and it will fit into a small envelope as long as you fit this part within. But if you hold it like this, you can put it into an A3 envelope. So I thought I would quickly show you how I made this. Again, we've got the magnet in there. Because I had already made one of these with the Graphic 45 paper, I am actually using some Craft Consortium papers called Sea and Shore, which you'll remember me showing last year. But you'll get the idea on how to make this card, and it is easier than it looks. I will be working with a sheet of 12 by 12 paper. The original card was made in metric measurements, so if you need those, then I can provide you with those if needed. So all we're going to do to begin with is we're going to score at the halfway mark. So we're going to score at 6 inches, turn our piece of paper and score again along the 6-inch mark. Now we need to make our corners, and a top tip here is to get yourself a soft pencil and draw a line down this centre. It doesn't necessarily have to be the centre line, but I find that 6 inches is easier. I'm then going to take the top middle point and align it with the middle point on the right hand side. So you should just about be able to see that. And then I'm going to score down this line to create a corner fold. I'm going to turn it again and do exactly the same thing. So we're going to take the top mark and align it to the bottom mark along our pencil line, and then very gently score through, and you'll find that your corner folds come together quickly. If you now fold these other lines, it will make your cutting easier. A diagonal folds are at the top here, and now we're going to cut along this centre line to the middle point. You'll then find if you pull the right square over to the left square, you've got the base of your card. Here are the tiniest of magnets. I think I got these from Tonic Studios, but they're as thin and as small as you will find. And all that you will do now is you will add one to the base here in the corner, or you can put it to the side here, whichever one you prefer. I find it easier to use glue dots for this part, so I'm going to take the magnet and then I'm going to place it on top of the glue dots, peel away and then add to the base there. The second one is trickier, but it's still doable. So if you apply the glue dot to the top and then again bring over your card and line it up and then very gently pull the two magnets apart. Now ready to decorate. So you want to treat the centre triangles here as part of your scene. So if you look at this one here, the lighthouses are facing in the right direction so that it forms part of the scene below. So I've cut some Craft Consortium paper, and again it's got lighthouses on it. I'm very drawn to all these nautical papers, which is very handy because we've got some more coming out in a couple of weeks. And then you want to add a square to cover up your magnet. This part here will be hidden, but you still want to finish off the card. In order for my lighthouses to be looking the right way, I opted for 2 pieces of this design and then I flipped over the double-sided paper, and then that will create my water scene at the back. Got the main part of the card made, it's time to think about the toppers that we want to pop in here. So I want to try and fit the topper within the square this time, so I'm going to bring this one slightly forward. I could of course use smaller toppers, but as long as they fit within the square you should be okay. But I think for this one I'm going to go with the slightly bigger catch of the day. So we need to create a hinge in order to keep this topper in place. So all I'm going to do is to cut a hinge that's round about the same size, and then I'm going to fold that in half lengthways. And then this is going to be stuck, this panel will be stuck on both sides. All I'm going to do is to stick to the base, and then I will stick to the top. And then you want to line it up with the lower edge. Quite a warm day here today, so the glue's drying quite quickly. You can of course use double-sided tape if you would prefer. And then we're just going to line up and just double check that this is sitting in the centre like so. And stick it down, and then we could add Sail Away With Me here, and I think just add the little detail. We'll add a catch of the day at the back. The second card is finished. I hope you like that one as much as the first. They're relatively easy to make, and then you'll see that if you fold this one down, you can fold and fold again, and it will go in a 6x6 envelope. When I'm off camera, I'll finish off the card. I'll probably put another little tag or something on here, or indeed another piece of paper. You do want to save a piece so that you can write on the back, so maybe keep this one here for writing your message. But it's a relatively simple card to make, and it's very effective, and I think if you have papers that you enjoy working with, you're going to get beautiful results. I hope you like the idea of updating the box with a little shaker panel on the front and the cards and the tags inside. Don't forget to keep an eye on my channel. You can hit the bell and you will be notified of when my next videos come up. But the boxes and the stepper cards will be on my next video, which is about Kanban crafts. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and follow the rest of my crafting journey. Don't forget that this particular card is further down my channel, but I'll leave you the link up above. And if there's any more that you want to know about how to make any of these cards, then leave me a comment below and I'll do my best to come back to you. Once again, thank you all very much for your support. I hope that you will continue to follow me on my crafting journey, and I look forward to sharing more of my ideas with you very soon. Bye bye for now.